BoBo, the Bitcoiner is back. You know, when I first start to understand Bitcoin, I almost quit. Not because the technology was too hard, but because the emotion are overwhelming. Confusion, fear, feeling stupid. Well, if you ever felt any of that, you are not alone. And this episode is for you, especially. Today, I want to walk you through the emotional journey every beginners go through. Not the chart, not the price, not the technical stuff, just the human side. It always starts with curiosity. What is this thing called Bitcoin? You hear a friend talks about Bitcoin. You see price headlines news. Feeling like you are late. You Google basic, but get lost in the jargon. But someone online said Bitcoin changed my life. And you think, okay, maybe I should learn this. This stage feels light. There's no pressure, just curiosity. You are exploring. You are watching videos, you are reading documents, you are trying to understand what this thing Bitcoin is. But curiosity doesn't last long because very quickly something else showed up. That's where the fear comes in. If I lose money, what if I'm too late? What if it's a scam? What if I don't understand enough? Or what if I make mistake? This is the stage where most beginners get stuck. Not because Bitcoin is complicated, but because fear makes them feel complicated. You start imagining the worst case scenario. You start thinking of all the stories you have heard. You start worrying about things that haven't even happened. And fear doesn't just slow you down, it freezes you. If you are in this stage, you are not alone also. Every beginners go through this, even I did. Okay? Fear is powerful. Fear makes everything look bigger and scarier than it really is. Not because Bitcoin is complicated, not because fear makes it feel complicated. One person said Bitcoin is my future. Another said it's bubble. Someone else said it's a digital gold. Then someone said it's going to zero. And you think, what is this? Why is this so complicated? You are exploring now. You are trying to make sense of something new. It's not a trading casino game. It's not magic internet money also. It's simply digital property, a long-term saving technology, a way to protect your money from inflation. You start to understand why people hold it for years. You start to understand why government can't shut it down. You start to understand why millions of people around the world trust it. This is the moment when everything becomes a bit clearer. Not because technology has changed, but because your perspective changed. This is clarity. Bitcoin, limited supply, 21 million maximum. Bitcoin is global, neutral network, with no CEO. You realize Bitcoin is not a get quick scheme or get rich quick scheme. And finally, confidence built in. I can do this. You start chasing price. You stop chasing price. You stop listening to noises. You start thinking long term. This is when Bitcoin becomes simple. Not because the technology changed, but because your emotion changed. You understand that Bitcoin is not getting rich tomorrow. It's about protecting your future. This is when Bitcoin becomes simple because you know enough. Confidence doesn't mean that you are an expert, not necessarily. It just means you are calm, you are steady, you are not emotional, you are not reacting to every headline. You are thinking like a long-term saver. You don't trade, you just need to understand the basic. Start small, learn, stay curious. There's one more stage that people don't talk about is responsibility. You start thinking about that. How do I store this safely? How do I teach my family? How do I avoid scam? And how do I build good habits? This is where Bitcoin becomes part of your life. Not a stressful way, but in a mature, steady, responsible way. This is the stage where beginners becomes long-term holders. And finally, peace. You're not checking the price every day. You are just peaceful. You understand what you own. You understand why you own it. You understand that time is your friend. This is the stage where Bitcoin becomes boring. And that's a good thing because boring is stable, boring is calm, boring is long term. So, if you are beginners, remember this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not supposed to understand everything in one day. Bitcoin is not just a financial journey. It's an emotional journey. And the emotions are the hardest part. So, I will try to talk about something about energy or waste of energy, whatever subject that comes along. I hope this episode give you a clearer picture of what Bitcoin is all about, and there's nothing to fear, and you are not too late. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe or pass it to your friend and let them learn what is Bitcoin all about. Okay? Thank you again for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.